And we are just about ready to go. Fourth place was Wyatt Creighton. And the gate is down. And the riders are the Mad Dash. Look at that from the inside, the Honda rider. Holy cow, I don't know how he stayed up on two wheels. Or that KTM rider. He was flying from the inside. He wanted it. It's number 56, 36. That is JJ Concannon out of Washington. JJ going to see if he can literally make hay while this sun is shining. The 45, the number 66 or 56 in that number 2 spot. I feel like that was the 56. Did you see that, or was it?
Yes, it's the 56. It is the 56 KTM machine.
Yeah, that is Tommy Callow. Had a DNF in that first moto, so he's got some redemption on his mind. Where is the 75 of Fapani? And where is Liam Alof, pardon me. Alof on that 32 machine. There's the 56.
And Reese Clayson there on that number 45. He is up in the mix as well. That is your second place rider trying to make a move to the outside.
I saw that. That was the 56 from the inside. He did not let off, as Mike Burkeen. I saw that same thing. He came out of nowhere. That was sheer will, because you would have thought he would have let off. And I thought he was going to roll right into everybody. It was going to be a madhouse, but kept it on two wheels. The 56, like we said, I believe has a DNF. Callow does. He has a DNF in that first moto. So, again, redemption on his mind. Just about stalled at the purple gear. He is just laying some roost on everybody. Where is Alof? Try to see if I can get a visual. Second place rider is the 45. Then you have the 43, the 9, the 32, the 94. Looking for Alof and Fapani. There's Fapani, just comes past just inside the top 10. So he has got some work to do. Fapani, our first moto winner, and we are looking for Alof. So it's Callow, Clayson, Concannon now. Alvin Hillian in the mix. There's Alof in the number 4 spot on the 32 machine. So I would take that as a win if you're Liam Alof and you're trying to beat the 75 and everyone else for that matter.
And speaking of number 75, he is going to check in 12th there on his KTM. That is Jeremy Fapani.
Wyatt McGrath, another name we called a lot yesterday. He finds himself in the 13th spot early.
Trying to figure these guys out. Alof on that Yamaha. Should be the first Yamaha you see in the bunch. There's a Honda directly in front of him. Alvin Hillian, they square off in California quite often. There's the 56 and the 45. And you have Alof on the far outside there, right on the edge, one rider off the track. That was the 36, the 56, pardon me. Oh, is that Tommy Callow, our early race leader? Good Lord, what is happening right here?
I believe that is the number 32 of Liam Alof there on that Yamaha machine, making up some ground.
Yeah, he's definitely made at least one pass that I can see here, but it is an absolute dogfight. As the 56, that is him, still Tommy Callow. Alof now challenging for second as they come out of Storyland, or into the very end of Storyland, pardon me. And Alof still back in third all over this racetrack. He is trying every line to get around that KTM rider directly in front of him. Or is that Hillian? My bad. I'm so sorry, guys. If you're watching at home, the Hillian clan. He blew right past him, I believe.
And he makes the pass there, going through the sand. Up and over the Rocky Mountain they go here in just a second.
Is that the visor hanging on the side of the helmet there?
Might have been some foam, I believe. It's foam on the top of the helmet there.
A little bit of mud defense.
Here's the 56 of Callow. Then you have Alof hucking the big double now. And then the 45 of Reese Clayson.
How about that? Alof not holding anything back here in this one.
Zayden Mason jumping up from 7th to about 5th. And Alof is absolutely going for it. He knows what's at stake here. Going to try something right now on Tommy Callow. Callow can feel him on the inside, up and over the tunnel jump. All those dudes were sideways, never chopped the throttle, just kind of steered the bike with their legs there, and we head right to the billboards. It's Callow. They're crediting him with leading, but we can see firsthand that Alof has made the pass, the 32. And Callow, a DNF in that first moto in the number 2 spot. Reese Clayson on the 45 KTM, I believe. There he is in 3rd. And Fapani comes through in 7th, so he's picked up some spots.
Yeah, Fapani on the move. Jadon Cooper on the number 9 finds himself back in the 5th place spot. That's where he was in Moto 1, so we'll see whether or not he's able to catch up at all, but he's got some fast company behind him, a 2:15 from Reese Wheaton just behind, and then Fapani, they're running a 2:13.
Look back in the number 15 spot. Alvin Hillian has fallen 12 spots in that one lap. We were calling him. I thought he was battling with Alof, but unfortunately some bad luck besieged him, and now he finds himself in 15th, so he's got some work to do. 2:11 for Alof. Remember the first lap in the C class? 2:13. Granted, the track is a little more sloppy, so I'm not saying they are faster than our B class, but the track has shown you that it's a little bit more intense, a little beat out. The mud's kind of got thrown around now, so the C class probably had the best track that's going to be for a little while anyway. 2:11 though for Liam Alof, so he is the fastest rider on the racetrack. So
Alof, they're taking a lot of different lines. He wasn't following. He's going from the outside to the inside, cutting into those ruts at the last second, avoiding the big braking bumps.
Maybe the 75. That was Fapani. I believe they were trying to catch up with. There he is. Fapani stuck under the bike, frantically trying to lift that thing back up. There it is.
And that is a tough spot to be in, just off the landing of that jump, trying to get the KTM fired back up.
He was already in 12th, comes up to 7th. Lap 3 here, he crashes. The bars look a little bit out of sorts there as well. So if you're Liam Alof, it's good news in their camp. He wants to win straight up, I get it. But being in it.
Alof almost going down in there as well. Got both feet off the pegs.
Got a little bit of a lead though. 2 seconds last time around. I believe it's a little larger than that as Alof works his way over that tunnel jump. There is our early race leader, the 56 of Tommy Callow. Redemption ride for him, DNF in that first moto.
Will Campbell checking into the number 3 spot, only about 7 seconds behind Callow. And there's Jadon Cooper now moving into the 4th place spot.
Yeah, that whole crew of guys there, look at them. They're all moving up together. Cooper, Wheaton, and Stewart. Reese Clayson goes back. Papani won't be in 8th this go around.
And Concannon bumps up into the 8th place spot. McGrath fighting hard there in 9th, with Riggins now checking into the top 10.
7 minutes 40 seconds to go here, so roughly 3 laps, one would guess. So let's see what Jeremy Fapani is made of. Can he make some miraculous run? He's got 7 minutes, about 3 laps to do it. There's the 45 going past us. And that was Reese Clayson. And then you have the 36 of Concannon, Wyatt McGrath, entering into the 10 Commandments, that is.
And that is Cooper leading this freight train of riders you're seeing on screen, headed back into Storyland.
Yeah, this track is getting tough now. So these next couple of motos will be the rougher ones, and then it's going to get really good for like motos 4, 5, and 6. But man, it's deep now.
Yeah, as Wygant said this morning, it's got to get worse before it gets better.
100%, no doubt. Rider down, who do we have here? The 43. Oh no,
that was
Will Campbell. He was in a podium spot. Will Campbell down. The bike has picked up a bad habit. It's smoking. We don't advocate that. Jackson, what are you seeing there, man? What are you seeing, Jackson? Give me something.
Number 90, Jadon Cooper coming through here over the Rocky Mountain, heading into that Polysport Pond Sand Sweeper.
Jadon Cooper, you're right. He just flew past us on the blue Yamaha on the number 9 machine. He's got a rider. I mean, he is right there. Reese Wheaton is putting some pressure on him. Like a used car salesman, man. Let's just do this. Sign on the dotted line. Let me make this pass.
I think that's actually Evan Stewart. I think Wheaton might have gone down because that is not a Kawasaki.
That is definitely number 95.
Yeah, so not sure what happened.
You're right, Evan Stewart now putting the pressure on him.
So where did Wheaton go?
I mean,
never saw that green fender go down. 50 shades of brown out here. Everybody got their own bit of dirt on there.
Not nearly as entertaining as 50 Shades of Gray, I know. It's 50 Shades of Brown here. All different colors of soil on these motorcycles.
So Liam Alof, your leader there on the number 32. Tommy Callow sitting in second on the number 56. Jadon Cooper going to round out our podium as of right now. Evan Stewart moving up into that 4th spot. Reese Wheaton in the 5th spot now. Reese Clayson in the 6th. Will Campbell holding down 7th. In 8th is J.J. Concannon.
You're about to have a change here. Maybe these guys all zigzagging through the 10 Commandments. The number 9 was struggling, Jadon Cooper. Look at that lap time put down by Liam Alof, a 2:09. Everybody else 14s, 15s, and a 13 out there. Alvin Hillian is climbing, folks. He's back up to 9th. He's passed a few riders. He was in as high as 3rd on that first lap or so.
Checking in on that number 75, Fapani back in the number 12 spot still, so knocking on the door with top 10, but going to be tough. He's got 2 fast riders in front of him, Seth Creedy and Logan Riggins. Both had solid laps that last time.
As we set our cameras back on the number 9 of Jadon Cooper.
Is that our Kawasaki rider we were looking for earlier?
That is Reese Wheaton.
There's the 9, though, of Jadon Cooper and Evan Stewart trying to get around him. There's Jadon again on the blue bike, the yellow plates. Evan right there with him. Stewart versus Cooper versus Wheaton.
Through the Rocky Mountain sand section they go. Up and over this tabletop triple, whatever you want to call it.
Look out, he's going to chop throttle. Got a lap rider forcing a dab there. Oh, look at that on the inside. The 95 just made that look way easier than it was.
That
Holy
is
cow.
textbook right there. Just goes to show how much time they're able to save if they get a good run through that inside.
Yeah, the inside's a little suspect, but man, it looks good now. That's the hot line. Outside getting a little more whooped out. So Stewart will come around. He will leapfrog Jadon Cooper. This is moto number 2. Alof with a 2 in that first moto, a 1 now. Fapani, our first moto winner, back in 12th. We expect him to move up a few spots. Alvin Hillian starting to climb up as well.
Alof going to have a 14-second lead here in this one.
That's exactly what, I mean, this is the moto he wanted for sure.
Fapani now checking in inside the top 10.
Okay.
And
Past a couple of riders that go around.
the 2 card is out in this one.
And we continue to watch the Yamaha, the number 9 of Cooper and Wheaton now. The 95 just ahead of him. Evan Stewart goes out of the screen to the left. Then you have your blue Yamaha, that is Cooper. And then Wheaton is back on the Kawasaki, the 34. Oh, jeez, almost goes down. Just when in doubt, gas it out, and that's what he had to do.
And Zach, like you were talking earlier, really starting to see some of that hard base come up, especially there in the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, it's so funny to see that you've got the slick, loose dirt on top. Riders kind of fishtailing all over the place, but then as soon as they hit the bottom, the rear tire lights up and spins. And once again, you see Cooper having to fight through that. A lot of times it's those exits of the corner. You can see the roost just spraying off the back of the Yamaha.
A nice firm rut is your best friend right now. It'll keep you tracking as long as it's the right rut. Look at that, standing up the whole time. Kawasaki rider of Wheaton is on the charge. Looks like Alof kind of managing this thing now. He's got it to a 2:12, 14-second lead. Don't want to throw it away. He's sitting in a good spot now with Fapani having that rough moto. Whoa! There he is. There is our leader with the foam hanging off the helmet. The foam installer, they're going to have a meeting about that. There it is. It's flying, causing some drag coefficient issues there, pulling him off to the right.
He must have been able to feel it. He was like, I guess I'm going to have to get in the lead now.
Yep.
Can't risk it.
And guys, he did get the white flag that time around, so one more lap here for Alof.
Next moto, 85 10-12 limited, I believe, will be next.
So Liam Alof coming out of Oak Hills, California. He's going to be riding for the NSA Rock River Yamaha Factory Racing Team, as well as the Monster Energy and Bell, making them proud here at Loretta Lynn's in the 450B limited class.
And this is no joke here. Olaf has really put on a dominant performance. Getting the start didn't hurt, but he has been able to make the most of it for sure.
Yeah, I think they're originally from Ohio, not necessarily him. I think they moved out to California, but they've got that mentality. His dad is a workman-like privateer from back in the day. Spent a lot of years on the pro circuit. He's a firefighter back home, so it's just that blue-collar, get it done, ain't nobody coming to save you mentality. So embrace the suck, as they say, and get after it.
And that is what he is doing here in moto number 2 of this 450B limited, no doubt about it.
Probably doesn't have a lot of opportunities to even ride this kind of stuff way out west, so he's just a good dirt bike rider, hands down, no doubt. There is the 32, Liam Alof. Man, he has really turned into just something special.
We talked
Did not
about
see this a few years ago when he was riding.
And we talked about it yesterday. As far as these conditions go, you need to embrace it. It's going to suck. Everybody's feeling the same way. Nobody's excited about it. But the number 32 says, you know what?
He might be. There's a few kids that we talked to that are like, yeah, he wanted to ride in the rain. That one kid that we talked to, when it started raining, he goes, let's go.
Some AP rain dances.
Up. Yeah. Here we go, 450B Limited. Liam Aloff, couple of more turns to jump to go here, and he is going to be your winner. Liam Aloff, the championship now coming into focus for the 32 with 2-1 Moto scores. How high did Jeremy Fapani climb? He was in 8th last lap. A few more spots, and he might paint himself back into the picture. We'll see as we continue to watch the checker flag fly. Looking for the 56. There he is. Callow, good ride, buddy. DNF in the first moto. Strong moto finish there. I believe Evan Stewart should have been somewhere in this area here. Looking for the 95 of Stewart. There it is. Stewart will finish 3rd. So it's Aloff, Callow, and Evan Stewart. 1, 2, and 3. Stewart passed 6 riders en route to that podium spot. Had to do some work. Jadon Cooper hanging tough in 4th. And Reese Wheaton has come across the stripe. He'll get a top 5 finish here in this second moto, 450B class. There's the top 10. That's how they all finished up. Looking for Fapani, I believe that may change. Nope, he comes through in the number 8 spot. So an 8-1 going into that 3rd and final moto.
All right, so that's going to do us here for the 450B Limited, 85cc 10 to 12 Limited up next, and then following that we'll have 250 Pro Sport and Schoolboy 1 12 to 17. We will turn things over to Jason Wygant down on the podium here in just a minute.
Check. There we go. We're back. Thanks, Jackson. We're down here at the podium. We're going to get Liam Aloff on up here. They're a little muddy, but the good news is they're not nearly as tired because we've got perfect weather conditions. Honestly, now the temperature is not that bad. It's humid, but certainly not the worst we've seen at the ranch. And this is a big deal to get this moto win in the mud. The title can slip away very easily. He wasn't going to let it happen. Let's hear it for the gold medalist, Liam Aloff. Hey, I'm wondering that moto right before you, it wasn't crazy bad, the mud. How much could you see? What did you know you're in for? Were you like able to have an idea of what this track was going to be like, or did you have to learn it as soon as you went out?
Yeah, watching the moto before me didn't really do the justice of how good the track workers got this track after how much rain we got the last couple days. So obviously track's really technical, puddles in areas, it's super wet and soft in areas. So you got to be smart on those spots, but the spots you can charge, I charged. Got to the lead, got an okay start. Yeah, my mindset was just get to the lead, put down your laps, and then obviously go from there. We'll see what happens. It'll play out how it plays out.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Yes, they're very pumped. You do a lot of, are you California? A lot of California riding? So how familiar are you with this type of condition?
This is my second race in mud. Only the first one was in December last year, so I don't have much art in riding mud, so just tried my best.
That was good. All right, who do you want to thank, Liam?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank mom, dad, whole family, sister for filming, Jalen for helping out, cousins, uncles, aunts, grandparents, everyone else. Thank you, and my family, National Sheriff's Association, Yamaha, Donnie Luce for letting me be a part of this team, Danny Luce for letting me be a part of this team, Jake for doing all the hard work he does, Ed for doing the hard work he does, Monster, Bell, 100%, Moose, Alpine Stars, ODI, Twin Air, VP, Odie, Dunlop, Budman for helping me on the bike, trying to get me as prepared as he can get for these types of conditions, and then Will Hahn for training me off the bike. Thank you, guys.
Liam Aloff, everybody. Yeah, that's a big one in this class. Bring up second place. out there.
Yeah.
Second place goes to Tommy Callow. Yeah, good job, man. What was it like out there?
It was good. Just tried to stay up. I was pretty stressed all the time, but I got off to a good start. I had last gate pick, but the inside gate was open, so I took that and I came out second and then just held my line.
Were you in shock when that gate was open?
Oh, yeah. I rolled around. I was like, oh, outside gate it is. And then the inside gate, I was like, oh, there it is. But,
That was great, Tommy. Who do you want to thank, man?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my mechanic, the dirt shop, Factory Connection, Black Diamond Graphics, Gut Seats, Fly Racing, Scott Goggles, and anyone else I forgot.
Tommy Callow, silver medal in 450B. And we'll take third place on up. We'll bring up our third place finisher, and looks like more bikes ready to go out for more sight laps coming up. Right there, yep. All right, so in a wild, muddy race, we have a tough time telling who's who out there. Evan Stewart takes third in 450B. Let's hear it for Evan. Wrestling a 450 around in the mud, right? You got a 450?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I think it kind of helps. I could just like lug it through the mud, and I didn't have to hold it wide open through all the turns, so it kind of helped.
Cool. So tell me about your race and how you were able to end up where you ended up, because class is pretty tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of fast kids out there. Unfortunately, the first moto, I DNF'd because my bike didn't start on the gate, so I got like a 39th gate pick, and I was on the outside, and I got good traction on the gate, and I kind of just ripped, and I got a 10th place start, so it's pretty good.
Woo. All right, you got to be proud. You're pumped to be up here?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank, Evan?
My mom, my dad, Fox, Shift, Oakley, Moto Sandbox, the bakers at this Moto Sandbox, Kyle Cheeseman, all the kids that I've trained with there, Race Ready Customs, Husqvarna Canada, everyone that supported me back at home, and all the sponsors that helped me out. I'd like to thank you so much. I couldn't be here without you.
All right, let's hear it for our bronze medalist, Evan Stewart. There we go. Gate's gonna drop. Take it away, boys.